Hello.
What's up, everybody? What's happening?
Welcome, everyone, to episode 32 of Takeover. I'm your host, and I'm Angela. And as always, we have a jam-packed show for you guys. Baseball's still going on. We've now reached a tournament for our conference tournaments for the Sooners and for the Pokes. NCAA regionals just wrapped up for the softball. We are moving to the Western Conference for the Thunder, and so much more. All right,
So let's start the show.
Stay tuned, and we'll be right back after this. All right.
What's up, everybody? As you can see,
we're decked out in our OKC gear because
we are in the Western Conference Finals.
Yay!
We are going to be playing against the Minnesota Timberwolves. More on that later, but
Game 1 is actually going to be starting here in about 30 minutes. So hopefully we can get through and get some live updates once the game tips off here.
Definitely.
But yeah, a lot to talk about.
Talk about the Diamond baseball and softball. Both the men and the women have had some wins. We'll also be talking about OSU and what's going on over there. And we'll also get into Tulsa. And then, as always, we'll be rounding up with the Oklahoma City Thunder going to the Western Conference Finals against the very formidable Minnesota Timberwolves.
Absolutely. So, you want to get kind of some life updates?
Sure.
Not too much has really been going on. Babe is transitioning positions.
Definitely.
So he's had the week off, which we haven't had in how long?
It's been a while.
So we've gotten the pool up and been in that for the past few days.
Yeah, since Saturday.
Yeah, we were in there Saturday, Sunday. We didn't get in yesterday, and then a little bit today.
Yeah.
So we've both gotten quite a little bit of sun.
Yeah, definitely.
My back is finally healing from Friday's. I swear I put sunscreen on.
I think you did, but your face is still kind of red.
Yeah. Well, my back, I was trying to do it by myself in the spray, and I think I missed a couple of spots.
Definitely.
But yeah, we've finished some shows, started some shows.
Yeah, we have.
What did we finish? We finished Lincoln Lawyer.
Yeah, we finished Lincoln Lawyer.
You know what? We got to catch up on Suits LA today.
I thought it was over with.
No.
Oh.
We missed that Monday.
Yeah.
We watched, what was that other movie that we watched? We watched The Good Girl's Guide to Murder.
Yeah,
which was very good, but strange. Like, let me just go ahead and tell you guys, if for some reason, I don't know. I thought it was going to look good. The first couple episodes, it's only 6 episodes, only 1 season. The last 2.5 episodes were the best part.
Yeah, definitely.
We've also watched The Diplomat.
Mm-hmm.
We finished that.
Yeah, we did. Now we're watching The Night Agent, which is a really good show.
I feel like we watched something between those.
I can't think of it right now.
I can't think of what it was, but I really feel like we watched something else.
Yeah.
So it's Jen jumped in. Have a great show, Carters. Thank you, Mr. Jen B.
Indeed. What's going on, Jen?
Taryn says, good evening, Angela and Fred. Have an amazing show. Thank you.
Indeed. What up, Taryn?
And then you got Ralph's in here. Good evening, Mr. and Mrs. Carter. Have a tremendous show.
What's happening with it, Ralph?
He also says, let's go OKC. I love the gear you're wearing.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Thanks,
Gotta
guys.
represent, man. You know what it is.
Right after Babe and I first met, he, when you moved in, he got me 2 Oklahoma City Thunder t-shirts.
Yeah.
That don't fit me anymore.
Yeah.
And then this Paul George throwback jersey. I guess you could call it a throwback.
Yeah, you could. I mean, he no longer plays with the team, so.
I mean, don't they still wear this jersey though?
No, nobody wears that.
No, I mean the actual jersey, not like the design and stuff.
I mean, some people probably do.
No, I meant the team. I thought the team wore because it has the lighter
it's
blue.
one of their alternative uniforms.
I was gonna say, I feel like I've seen them wear it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, I feel like maybe I'm going crazy now because that's completely possible.
It's possible. It is possible.
So what else has been going on? We're back at the gym. We missed last week at the gym.
We did. And got back in today.
We are back in the gym today, so my arms are just a little bit sore.
Yeah.
We have been doing workouts in the pool. Now, mind you guys, our pool is not one of those like massive pools. It's one of those that once you add the water in, it gets bigger. It's only like a 10 by 10 circle.
Yeah.
10 foot round circle, not 10 inches.
Yeah.
But we have gotten a couple of workouts in the pool, some push-ups.
Yeah.
Abs.
Yeah.
Abs are killing.
Definitely.
What else has been going on this week?
Not too much of nothing. Just basically what we talked about. You know?
We watched Mufasa.
We did. It was a pretty cool little movie.
The Disney, the like live in person Disney movie.
Yeah, definitely. I don't know what else to say. I think that's pretty much it.
I feel like we've done so much more than. We're getting ready to go to Virginia.
Yeah, that'll be coming in probably a little less than 2 months.
In about a month and a half. Yep. Yeah. So Babe gets to go to Williamsburg for the very first time.
Sure.
Where
definitely.
My great grandparents met.
This is true.
And then my grandfather, my great grandparents on my grandma's side met there. And then my granddad bought my grandma a timeshare for our whole family.
Yeah.
And so that's where we're going, to the timeshare.
Yeah.
And my parents spent their honeymoon there.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
So
a lot of history there.
A lot of history.
Yeah.
Anything else you have?
No, not really. I mean, that's pretty much it, you know. Thanks for everybody showing up and hanging out with us.
Yeah. All right, guys. So we are going to dive real quick into our sponsors. When we get back, we are going to jump right into the show, chat all about everything that is going on with the Sooner baseball team, Sooner softball, Cowboys baseball, Cowboys softball, and so much more. So stay tuned. You guys are watching Tornado Takeover right here on IE Sports Radio.
Your direct feed.
For all that is sports. We'll be back.
IE Sports Radio fans, this show is brought to you by Planet Jerky Premium Brisket Beef Jerky. Planet Jerky is the official jerky of the 2022 California League champion Lake Elsinore Storm, single-A affiliate of the San Diego Padres. This all-brisket jerky has gluten-free options, contains no MSG, no sodium nitrate, is low in sugar, and high in protein. Go to their website at planetjerky.net and follow them on Instagram at Planet Jerky. Planet Jerky, the jerky that's on a whole other planet.
rise and shine. It's 4 a.m. The stars are still out. The sun is beneath the horizon, but it's time to punch in and go to work. The comfort of your warm-ups turns into the grinding out of your reps as the clinking and the clanking of the plates create a symphony of euphoria. There's no other feeling like it. Earn it, burn it, and take what's yours. IE Sports Radio has proudly partnered with Vital Apparel, a brand that not only fits great, but also promotes and donates to mental health research. Use our code IESR to get 15% off their comfortable and inspiring gym wear and help them on their amazing journey to support mental health. Go hard, take part in your iron therapy, and be strong. Because when your mental health is as strong as you are, there's no telling how far you'll go.
Hey there, IE Sports Radio fans. Be sure to check out our sponsor, Seal the Deal Wax Seals by Cecilia B. You just finished your very own wedding or baby shower invitations and you're looking for that extra special touch? Maybe you just wrote a letter to a relative or a friend and you want to add to their smile when they receive it. Then seal the deal with Cecilia's handmade sealing wax stamps for your invitations, letters, and gifts. You bring the deal, we'll bring the seal. You can find them on Instagram at sealthedeal_wax stamps and on Facebook, Seal the Deal Wax Seals.
For the last 10 years, IE Sports Radio has been bringing you amazing content ranging from interviewing legendary athletes, coaches, and other authorized media personnel to building tailor-made shows dedicated to all major sports cities around the country. Make sure to follow us at IE Sports Radio on X, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube to keep up with the latest in sports and with all of our shows. Also, make sure to check out our daily updated website at iesportsradio.com. At iesportsradio.com, you can see our daily show schedule and check out all of our show pages with personal bios to learn a little bit more about each of our awesome hosts. In addition to our show pages, you can catch the IE Sports Radio blog, Hall of Fame, Fans of the Month page, and our merchandise shop including t-shirts, tank tops, caps, long sleeves, hoodies, and more. For now over a decade here at IE Sports Radio, we've continued to be by the fans, for the fans, and we thank you all for your support and for making IE Sports Radio your direct feed for all that is sports.
What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing out there?
Welcome back, everybody, to episode 32 of Tornado Takeover. A huge shout out to all of our amazing sponsors, Planet Jerky Premium Beef Jerky. Make sure you follow them on Instagram at Planet Jerky. Check their website out, planetjerky.net. Also, huge shout out to Vital Apparel. They have, like I said, we browsed their website, great prices. So go grab your gym gear. They also donate to mental health. Make sure if you do purchase anything to use our code IESR to get 15% off. Huge shout outs to Seal the Deal. You guys know Fred and I absolutely loved our seals from our wedding.
Yeah, they were nice.
So, check her out. Check Cecilia out on Instagram at sealthedeal_wax stamps or you can order. You can actually order them straight from the IE Sports Radio website. So iesportsradio.com/seal the deal wax seals. So check her out and all of her amazing seals.
Absolutely.
I know graduation is coming up. They will look gorgeous on graduation invitations. Even thank you notes after you've written, gotten so many gifts or whatever. Thank you notes if you got baby showers coming up. I know a lot of people who are getting ready to have babies. So those will be super cute to add on to your baby shower invitations, or even just announcements announcing that you're having a baby or whatever.
Yeah, definitely.
Also, huge shout out to IE Sports Radio, because without them, we would not be here.
Absolutely.
Make sure you give us a follow on X, IG, Facebook, and TikTok at iesportsradio.com. Like and follow Facebook. Not Facebook, YouTube, IE Sports Radio, so you can get notified when any of our amazing shows go live. Check out our website, iesportsradio.com. Check out our shop, our updated brand new shop, and get you some t-shirts, tank tops. They are on sale. We also have koozies. We have tumblers, all those type of things. We may have a couple of things dropping. Christmas time, we have Christmas ornaments. So all kinds of fun things. Also, while you're on the IE Sports Radio website, make sure you check out our blogs. We've got a bunch of really good blogs written by hosts of your favorite IE Sports Radio shows. So make sure you check those out. And also check out our show page, iesportsradio.com/tornado takeover, and kind of hear about how we are in this boat.
Yeah.
I guess you could say. While you're on X, make sure you follow us at Tornado TKOV_IE. Interact with us. We would love to hear from you guys. A lot goes on over there. So let's dive in to some.
Into the diamond.
As I say, what do you want to?
Yeah, I'll
jump into some Sooner baseball?
Absolutely. Well, let's see. In the past, they did play against Texas on Thursday, May the 15th. We lost 4-7. On Friday, we did win on May the 16th, 8-6. And on Saturday, May the 17th, we lost 1-9. It was pretty much a blowout. Now, they did have an upcoming SEC tourney in Hoover, Alabama. Today, the OU Sooners baseball team did win against Kentucky 5-1. We'll be playing tomorrow versus Georgia, 2 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Central Time, so make sure you check that out. I was a little disappointed in the losing. Obviously, it's OU over here. We lost more than we won during that Texas series, but I like to see that we did get that win in Kentucky.
And that Saturday game, that's the game we watched, right? That Saturday game was actually, there was a rain delay during that game. That was and it's funny because they said on the broadcast that it looks like we may end up in a delay, and I think that was like a 2-hour delay or something
like that. Yeah.
And actually OU was winning. OU was definitely winning that game.
They were, and Texas just came back. And
I started watching it.
I just think that OU, they could have played a lot better, But like I said, we did get that win against Kentucky. So,
there was, what's his name? The pitcher had 11?
What's his name?
He had 11 strikeouts before. He's actually up for an award whose name is now just slipped my brain. His brother plays for the team. His brother also plays on the team, but he at pitch, once he hit over 100 pitches, he was done. I'm sorry. They should have taken him out.
Yeah, I agree.
It was this guy, Witherspoon. Witherspoon was the pitcher during that that game. And he just, yeah, that's him right there.
Caps regular. Those are 14. 2016 falls regular season finale. I don't think that's that young man's name.
Or maybe that's his brother. He is Witherspoon.
He is Witherspoon. This is true. Malachi Witherspoon.
Malachi. His brother's the one that's up for an award.
Yeah, Malachi Witherspoon. Yeah, he had pitched well over I think 104 pitches.
I think so. He was like 100. I think he may have finished with 107, 108 pitches. But you could tell once he started getting to like the upper 90s in his pitches. Yeah, he just there was. He was wearing his arm out. He had hit a batter. He had walked a home run, and there should have been an error on the third baseman. It somehow didn't become an error, and ended up becoming a hit for Texas, which I don't know. Would I rather have a hit for Texas or an error for OU? Right. Regardless, they're both bad. It was almost like, and I'm gonna say this. It was the announcer curse, because the minute the announcer started talking about how many strikeouts he had, then he just I don't know what else to say. It was over.
Or maybe the over 100 pitches that he was throwing. But that can tend to wear a person's arm out over time.
And from what I've understood with him is they normally run him upper 90s to low hundreds and pitching. Yeah. But once, I think it was like pitch 98 or something, that's when he hit the batter. So then that guy walked. The next guy.
Yeah, he threw it over him.
The next guy, I think he walked him. So that was a hit and a walk. Yeah. And then that's when they had the error, so to say. And this is what, like the fifth inning or something?
Yeah, something like that.
Fourth or fifth inning.
And that's the coach's job to look at the picture. Once you start seeing things like that, and once you're starting to get in those high 90s to low 100s, and you start seeing that you're seeing people walking, that's when you pull him out, because that's going to cost the game. And he's an excellent pitcher, good fast pitching. For him to be young like that and to be able to pitch as many pitches as he did says definitely a lot about his game. So I think they should have pulled him sooner, my personal opinion.
Sooner.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But, it is what it is. We did lose the game, but like I said, and I keep going back to that, because I always like to bounce back with a W, is that he did come back to they came back to the Kentucky game and won 5-1. Yeah. So that was a good look for OU. So Boomer Sooner all the way.
We also had a delay Thursday night in that series because a hippity hoppity Easter bunny, or cottontail as they kept describing him, decided to jump on the.
He wanted his 15 minutes of fame. He wanted his camera time.
Decided to jump on the field and halted play for I think it was a 4 or 5 minute delay or something.
Something like that. Yeah.
They couldn't get the bunny off the field. I mean, he had a stare down with the pitching coach at one point. Yeah. Finally ended up jumping into the bullpen.
I don't know. Maybe I guess he wanted to bat. Maybe he was a walk on.
Literal.
Maybe he's a walk on. Where he can hop from one base to the other. Hey. Rabbits are pretty fast, so
that they are. I miss our rabbit.
Yeah. Chanel was awesome. That was my little buddy.
I miss her.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Some days I feel like I'm ready for another rabbit, and then other days I'm like, I'm afraid though if I get another rabbit, that I'm gonna forget about Chanel. Is that?
No, not really. But I don't think you'll ever forget her.
Oh, absolutely not.
You get 5 more rabbits and you'd still remember her. So
I mean, I did have another rabbit right after Gabbana.
Right, but
I got Chanel literally 2 weeks after Gabbana died.
Yeah, but you never forgot about Gabbana. I've heard Gabbana's name several times.
Yeah, even though she was evil, she bit all the time. Anyways,
little Henri.
Yeah, well, just like her mama.
Excuse me, I have to use the restroom.
All right, guys. So we are going to chat some Sooner softball. So the Lady Sooners are currently sitting at 38-7. The NCAA regionals did finish up on Sunday, And this weekend, they will be hosting in the Super Regionals. They did win Game 1 and Game 2, forcing them to play the winner Game 3. So they beat Boston 5-0 in 8 innings, sending Boston to the losers bracket. Then they turned around and beat Cal on Saturday with the score of 11-2 in 5 innings. And then on Sunday, they had to play Cal again to finish out, beating them 12-1 in 5 innings. Now, mind you guys, Sunday's game, I went upstairs in the 4th inning. It was 1-4, 4-1, 4-1. I think it was like the 4th inning, 3rd inning. I don't remember now, but it was early in the game. Excuse me. I literally come downstairs from like working, not very long, and it was 12-1. I was like, what happened here? Not that I'm complaining, but yeah. So the Lady Sooners are moving. Babe, when was it that it was 4-1 that I came upstairs?
I'm not sure.
I think it was like in the third inning, 4th inning, something like that. It wasn't. It literally, I came downstairs, or I went upstairs. It was 4-1. I was only upstairs maybe 30 minutes. Came downstairs and it was 12-1, and that was game. And it's like, okay, all right, ladies.
Yeah, definitely.
Ladies. So because they did win out in the regionals, they will be facing Alabama this weekend in Super Regional. So it'll be a Friday and Saturday game. Games 3 on Sunday will be if necessary. So if we lose Game 1 or Game 2, then we will play Game 3. Hopefully we can just sweep them on Friday and Saturday. I can't remember. I believe when we played Alabama during the regular season, give me like 30 seconds. I believe when we played them during the regular season, we split. I'll probably be able to find it faster here. Oh, that's not what I wanted. All right, we played Alabama. I know we played them in Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yes. So we played Alabama in April, and we ended up winning Game 1, losing Game 2, and losing Game 3. So hopefully we have a better outcome and can win Game 1 and Game 2 and not have to make it to Game 3. So after that is over, the Collegiate World Series will take place in Oklahoma City, as it has every year.
Yep.
Oklahoma City is kind of, for women's softball, is almost like Omaha, Nebraska for men's baseball. Like, you want to make it to Omaha. And so in softball, you want to make it to Oklahoma City. And that is actually where the Olympics the softball for the Olympics will take place.
Yep.
In the 2028 Olympics, LA Olympics. Yes, softball will take place in Oklahoma City at the USA Softball Complex for the LA Olympics in 28. So anyways, back to college softball. College World Series will take place May 29th through June the 6th. So we will see if our Lady Sooners can make it. I hope so. Because, We got 5 fingers. We need 5 rings.
Indeed. One for each finger.
Exactly, baby. All righty. Anything else, baby, you want to add about Oklahoma before we move to the Sooners?
Hold on just a second.
Before we move to the Sooners, did you hear what I just said? Oh, Madon.
So, in case people don't know, when it comes to river sports, Oklahoma City does have a Paralympic as well as a U.S. Olympic training site. I believe it is off the Oklahoma River, if I'm not mistaken.
You know, there's one in Bradenton too, right?
No, I did.
That one that we passed, it's on the left when we're going down to the Keys.
Mm-hmm.
It's yeah.
I'm trying to get the exact
for rowing. I don't know if it actually says. Is it Rapids and Performance Center on the Oklahoma River?
Yeah. So I knew I was right. I wanted the exact.
And that's going to be for the slalom and stuff for the 2028 Olympics will also be there.
Yeah.
The rowing will be in Oklahoma City.
That is an official training site for the U.S. Olympics.
Yep.
In that particular sport.
You want to take baseball?
Sure.
Cowboys baseball?
Sure, why not? All right, starting off with the going to the Pokes. In past games, there was a series against Arizona State. On Thursday, they did win 6-2. They won Friday 9-6, excuse me, and Saturday won 7-4. Congratulations, OSU. I know ASU is definitely a team that you rock with.
Only because my baby girl went there and I almost went there.
No, I get it. Everybody has their teams, But, I am glad that the Pokes did come out on top of that.
Hey, I cheered for Oklahoma State during that game.
Yeah. You did.
I did.
You did.
I was a good girl.
You did. So upcoming Big 12 will be in Arlington, Texas. Wednesday, which will be tomorrow, versus Baylor at 5 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Central Time on ESPNU. So make sure you check that out.
Also, real quick, before we leave baseball and head to OU softball,
OSU softball.
OSU, sorry.
But no, I got you.
I do want to make this announcement for those who haven't heard. Rob Walton, the baseball coach for the Cowboys, has announced his retirement following the 2025 season. He has gone on to say that there's still games to play this season, and they're going to finish them the right way. For those who don't know, he was a baseball player for the Cowboys in the 1980s. He has been the baseball coach for the past 13 years for the Cowboys, making him one of the most significant features in our rich baseball history. That is a quote. I'm sorry, he is not the head coach. He is not the head coach. I lied.
It's an honest mistake.
Pitching coach. He is the pitching coach. I've been reading this whole article for 3 days thinking he was the head coach. He is the pitching coach. He is the pitching coach. But besides that, he was a 2018 inductee into the Cowboys Baseball Hall of Fame. He is a standout pitcher for OSU in his playing days. He went 20-3 in 54 career appearances and did help the Cowboys to the College World Series trips in each of his 4 seasons. He did play for the Baltimore Oriole organization and worked with the Cleveland Indians, now Guardians, before returning to college as an assistant coach at Oral Roberts from 99 to 03. He was elevated to head coach in 2004. At Oral Roberts. He did lead the Golden Eagles to an NCAA tournament in each of his 9 years at the helm of the program, was a 5-time selected Summit League Coach of the Year. He coached 16 All-Americans, 14 conference players of the year, and 12 conference pitchers of the year. He did coach Oral Roberts to the first NCAA Super Regional program in 2006. 2006.
Awesome.
He was selected as head coach of Team USA in 2008 and chosen as a Team USA assistant in 2005 and 2011. In 2008, Team USA squad delivered the gold medal at the World University Baseball Championships. Following the 2012 seasons, Walton surprised the baseball world when he chose to leave his successful position at Oral Roberts to join Josh Holliday, who is our head coach at OSU as pitching coach. In the 12-plus seasons since the Cowboys have won 5 Big 12 championships, earned a spot in the NCAA tournament every year, advanced to 3 super regionals, and returned to the College World Series. I'm sorry, Mr. Walton, but unless y'all win this year, I don't see that happening for you.
I mean,
my apologies on that.
Those are very strong accolades. He's done quite a bit at that organization, especially being successful at Oral Roberts to go to the Pokes and has done what he's done. So, yeah, hats off to him.
He does have a son who did play for OSU. From 2013 to 2016, he was an All-American shortstop and made his Major League Baseball debut in 2019 with Seattle. So all of that I have read, you can find on okstate.com. That is the Oklahoma State Cowboys
official
athletic website. So a huge congratulations again to Rob Walton as he enjoys retirement following the 2025 season for the Cowboys. So hopefully we can send him off on a wonderful ride.
Yep.
No pun intended at all. And since we're talking about it into a season, let's move on to Pokes softball. So unfortunately, the ladies did finish their season 35-20. In the NCAA region, they were in the Fayetteville region, and they beat Indiana on Friday 11-6. Saturday, they lost to Arkansas 5-6 in 8 innings. Saturday, they beat Indiana again in the losers bracket 16-8, meaning they had to play Sunday against Arkansas, to which unfortunately they ended the season to the Arkansas Razorbacks with a score of 0-12 in 6 innings. So thank you.
They beat and lost to the same team, if you will.
Aunt Faye and Corey are
hey, what's going on, Aunt Faye and Corey? How y'all
said,
doing? Appreciate you joining in with us, hanging out with us for a little bit.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
So tough loss. We knew that Arkansas was going to be.
I was just about to say that. I knew they were going to be a problem.
Yeah. And that's something that we talked about yesterday, how they were going to end up being a problem, and it's kind of a bittersweet because the Cowgirls did come so far.
I agree.
And they've always been such a strong program. So to watch them.
Yeah, I agree.
Which, we talked about last week about which region, and how if Oklahoma was going to be, would have been the number 1 seed, or if they stayed number 2, we talked about the teams that they played, etc. I bet you didn't know that old Texas A&M got sent packing.
Oh.
They did lose to the Liberty Flame. So, yeah. For all of your baseball and NCAA softball, make sure you tune in to Bullpen Bulletin starting at the top of the hour. So, Aunt Faye says, Thunder Up from Corey says they will win. He wants to know what's up.
We're right along with you, Corey. I do think, more into that later on, but they definitely have a challenge. But, stick around. We'll talk more about it.
Absolutely. So we are going to jump really quick to our minor league baseball teams here in the great state of Oklahoma. One team that's usually doing pretty good, unfortunately, has had a kind of a rough, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, definitely.
Kind of a rough week. Do you want to talk about the comments?
Sure. Let's talk about it. So, they played against the Round Rocks. They did win on Tuesday.
They were down in Round Rock, Texas. Yeah.
Yeah, they were in Round Rock, Texas. They did win Tuesday 8-5. Wednesday and Thursday they did lose. On Wednesday they lost 0-5, and on Thursday they lost 5-6. So even though they put a little bit more of a fight with that, they did come out not on top on the last two games. So give me just 1 second. Let's see. Also, Friday they did win 8-2. Saturday they won 7-3, but they did end up losing on Sunday 4-5. So
they did split the series. It was a 3-3.
Yeah.
Split series. However, we've been winning a lot.
We have.
To see the L's come.
Yeah. I never liked the L's at all, but I know they're going to happen. You know what I mean? It was a split 3-3. This is true. But like you said, when you're used to actually winning, Thunder Out champions for the comments. Indeed. We're all for it. We're going to be watching. Oh, and that game is on now.
Yeah.
Y'all still hang out with us though, but you can occasionally.
We'll keep you updated, but you better stay tuned.
But we want you to hang out with us.
Everyone.
But if you feel the need to flip back and forth.
No, you don't have the need to flip back and forth.
Okay, that's a little demanding. I would like for y'all to hang out with us. But if you got a computer, you can watch that and watch a game. See, you ain't got to go nowhere. You can still hang out.
Yeah, you can watch the game on the TV and TV. Sorry, in our house it's called a TV.
Yeah, so you have to meet them halfway.
On the phone.
You can meet them halfway.
So they don't have to leave us.
No, you better not go. Y'all stay with us. I would love for them to stay too.
But the game has not tipped off. Even though it was an 8:30 tip-off.
It was scheduled at 8:30, excuse me.
It's 8:43, so something must have run over. Anyways.
Well, anyway.
Back to baseball.
Upcoming, they will be playing against the Sacramento River Cats.
I love minor league baseball names.
From Tuesday to Sunday. Let's go Comets, and let's beat the River Cats.
Oh, I thought you said let's go to the Comets.
No. I said the Oklahoma City Comets. It sounds similar.
You said let's go Comets, and I heard let's go to the Comets, and I'm like, maybe they haven't changed.
We can do that too, but
they haven't changed. But okay. Anyway,
so for the standings for the Oklahoma City Comets, yeah. They are first in the Pacific Coast League East, 28-17. Not bad. And they are second in the Pacific Coast League. So Coast League, excuse me. So congratulations.
They are still behind Vegas.
They are behind Vegas, but they are in very high standing. So congratulations to the Comets. And now we're going to go to the Tulsa Drillers. You want to take that one?
Yeah, I'll take Tulsa. All right, Tulsa Drillers. My favorite. Poor Tulsa. Make sure you're voting on the Mascot Hall of Fame. Both Hornsby, the Tulsa Driller, and Boomer are still, I think it ends on the 24th, if I'm not mistaken. Mm-hmm. Voting ends on the 24th. So make sure the game has tipped off. It is currently 5-0 Minnesota. So just to FYI there is 11 minutes and 22 seconds left in the first quarter. All right. Tulsa Drillers. This past week, they were, I believe, at the Northwest Arkansas Naturals, because that's a mouthful. They better. They're getting there, guys. Tuesday they did lose 8-10. However, they turned it around. Wednesday, they won 5-2. Thursday, they won 13-10. And Friday, they won 6-5. They also won on Saturday 4-1 and lost 1-8. So we had a bookend loss. Lost the first game, lost the last game, but went on a 4-game win streak. So
congratulations.
That is something, you know, to be proud of.
Absolutely.
They will be hosting the Springfield Cardinals Tuesday through Sunday, as always, for a 6-game homestand. They are still last in the Texas League with an 18-21 record. However, we're not second to last. We are now third from the bottom in the Texas League, behind Amarillo and Corpus Christi. Poor thing, they're still back. They actually, us and Amarillo are tied when it comes to records. We both have an 18-21 record. Corpus Christi, poor thing, they're just struggling. So not too much to discuss there, except for we need the ball to hit the bat to
send that thing through the roof. Out of there. Out like the ninth inning.
Yeah. All right, guys, we are going to take a quick, fast break. When we get back, we will jump into some soccer, talking some FC Tulsa. Before we go courtside, talking the Thunder, so stay tuned. Excuse me. I got hickey ups. We will be right back after this.
Stay tuned.
Brief message. You guys are watching Tornado Takeover right here on IE Sports Radio.
Your direct feed.
For all that is sports. We'll be back.
Stay tuned.
Are you a fan of Minnesota sports? Do you love the Vikings and hate the Packers? Are you a fan of the Timberwolves, Twins, Wild, Lynx, St. Paul Saints? Here on the Bold North Breakdown, we'll talk about all of those professional teams as well as all the college teams in the area. That's your basketball teams, football, hockey, volleyball, men's and women's sports alike. We talk about them all. Here on the Bold North Breakdown. Join me, your host, Glenn Ritter, every Thursday night at 7 p.m. Central to discuss all that is happening in the Minnesota sports scene. Here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Davidson.
It's your boy, Dentarius Lava.
And we are the hosts of Fast Break here on IE Sports Radio, where we discuss everything in the world of basketball from prep to the pros.
You guys should definitely check us out, man. Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. We got all the basketball information you guys need, so we look forward to you guys listening in.
And please do, because we are the best basketball show on this side of the Mississippi. And please do check us out on Twitter at FastBreakISR. D-Lock, where's our time again?
8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. That gives you guys plenty of time on a Sunday.
Tune in.
All right,
What
guys.
up, everybody?
Welcome back, everyone, to Tornado Takeover right here on IE Sports Radio.
Your direct feed.
For all that is sports, we are your hosts.
I'm Fred.
And I am Angela trying to.
We're trying to tune in and watch the game. I'm just going to go ahead and tell y'all.
Was trying to sneak through and
well, this way we can give better live updates
and turn the game on. I'm just gonna have to use the ESPN app.
Okay.
All right, so I'll switch remotes with you.
Right.
All right, let us head to the pitch here and talk some FC Tulsa. All right, so Sunday they did play. Surprisingly, they won 2-0 to Lexington SC. I had this up here to talk about the game, and what do? I clicked the wrong thing.
Yeah. Excuse me.
It's muted.
All right.
Sorry, guys.
All right, so live update right now, guys. Just giving you a quick one. Minnesota is up 10. OKC has 3. 8 minutes and 7 seconds left in the first quarter. So, and I believe we are playing at home. We are starting off at home.
Yes.
Someone must have gotten a technical because Shea Gilgeous-Alexander is shooting an unguarded free throw.
Oh, right there.
Okay,
that's where the tee-up was.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that was on Anthony Edwards.
It was on Anthony Edwards.
All right. Anyway, so we're back to FC Tulsa here. So they did get 3 points against Lexington FC. Batista and Kahira were the two that scored the goal. So it's definitely great to be back in the win column.
Absolutely.
Didn't look so great to start out with. Definitely only had 32.9% possession for the first few minutes of the game, the first quarter of the game, first 15 minutes, however you want to see it. So it looks like both of our goals, our first goal, Taylor Kahira, what's this guy's name? Calera, Lord have mercy. Did score off of a PK in the 41st minute, right before half. And then Bautista did score in stoppage time, 5 minutes into stoppage time, so 90 plus 5. There were 5 cards yet again. 2 for Tulsa and 3 for Lexington. So as we've said, Tulsa will head down to San Antonio next Wednesday, the 28th, before returning home on Saturday, the 31st. So they will be heading to San Antonio to take on San Antonio FC. Looks like that. I don't know what I'm doing right now. What is happening?
Oh, live update, guys. It's 13-9. Minnesota is up. Looks to me like Shea Gilgeous-Alexander and Anthony Edwards. Oh, they just got a steal.
Ooh!
There you go. There you go.
That was a beautiful alley-oop.
Yeah.
From Wallace to Hardenstein. Okay, so we're going to get back. I'm trying to finish up soccer.
I'm just giving y'all live updates.
I'm trying to finish up soccer so bad
Go ahead.
that we can talk in. I keep getting myself sidetracked with the game. Anyways, so Tulsa is now sitting in second place with 19 points behind New Mexico United in the West. So great for Tulsa. Those 3 points really did help. They boosted them from 4th to 2nd. So, yeah, good things coming. We are, like I said, going to be playing San Antonio And San Antonio right now is sitting right behind us also with 16 points. However, we've played 9 games. They've played 10. So you can see there's a little bit of an edge there.
Yeah.
So a lot coming up for FC. I hate when there's not like a nickname, like the Drillers or the Thunder or the Sooners. They're just FC Tulsa.
Or the River Cats.
They might probably have a name.
The Salamanders.
Hey, that's a team around here.
The Tadpoles.
Yeah, that's a team. The Tampa Turpin is a team.
Tampa Turpin?
Yeah.
Yep.
Anyways, all right, sidetrack. All right, guys. So we're going to try to breeze through some basketball, or in this house, b-ball. So
I want you to start it off, and I'll tell you what I think. When you saw the game, what did you see?
All right. So I'm just going to go ahead and just kind of how we got here. So we ended up winning game 7 on Sunday against, was Sunday, right?
Yes.
No,
it was on Sunday.
Yes, it was Sunday.
Because it was Friday. No, it was Thursday. No, it was Thursday, Friday, Saturday. They had off, and then Sunday.
Yeah, and because I said, oh my gosh, we've got basically 1 day's rest before we have to play.
Right.
That's right. All right. So in our house, they're the Denver Nuggies. I did, however, eat chicken nuggets.
And we ended up eating up.
And we eat the Nuggies. So that is why they're the Nuggies in our house. Don't ask. All right. So we did lose game 1, 121 to 118. We ended up winning game 2, 106 to 149. Game 3, we ended up losing 104 to 113. Game 4 is when I started eating chicken nuggets. We won 92 to 87. That was the lowest scoring game.
Yeah. During the series.
We did win game 5, 105 to 112. Lost game 6, 107 to 119.
True.
And then game 8. Game 7, we did end up winning 93 to 125. So we demolished the Lakers. Not the Lakers.
The Nuggets.
The Nuggets.
The Lakers got demolished.
On the flip side,
the T-Wolves.
How the T-Wolves got here was they did end up beating the Lakers 4-1. That's where I got Lakers from. Then they ended up beating the Warriors in the series 4-1. And that is how the two teams have met in the Western Conference Final. Tonight's game, as we've noted, is at 7:30 Central, 8:30 Eastern. Game 2 will be on Thursday. Game 3 Saturday. Game 4 on Monday. Game 5 on Wednesday. Game 6 on Friday. Of course, game 5, 6, and 7 are as needed. And game 7 will be Sunday. Every game will be on at 8:30 Eastern, 7:30 Central, except for game 7 on Sunday that will be at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 Central. You can watch every game on ESPN or ESPN2 except for game 3 on Saturday, which will be on ABC or ESPN News.
Also, just kind of a heads up going forward, the finals always get played on ABC too, for those who don't know.
Well, yeah. And game 5, 6, and 7 will only air on ESPN. Game 1 and game 4 will air on ESPN and ESPN2. Game 2, ESPN and ESPN News. Game 3, as I said, ABC and ESPN News. So that was a mouthful. That was a lot. That is how we got here.
Updates. Minnesota's up 16. Oklahoma City's up at 11. 5 minutes and 42 seconds left in the first quarter. Oklahoma City did just score. So we're 16-13, 3 points off.
That was not a foul.
No, it was not. And that was an incredible steal.
We got.
And real quick, what's up with Anthony Edwards throwing the ball at Shea?
Is that how that he got teed up?
It was.
Chunked the ball
I'm not trying to be like
now that was a
disrespectful. So guys don't take it that way, but he threw it in a very disrespectful fashion. Let me just leave it there.
He forcefully threw the ball?
Yeah.
Okay.
They tried to put Julius Randle on Shea. I don't know.
I don't know. He just shot over Julius Randle.
No, that's not what I meant. I think that was bad for Julius Randle.
Jalen Williams is at the line after being fouled by the dude with the headband.
There you go. We'll take that. It bounced back.
The dude with the headband over there, number 3, whose name I can't see.
He's
the one that fouled Jalen Williams under the basket.
We're bringing Chet back out. He's taking the place of Hartenstein.
So I don't want to drag this on forever because
we'll be here till 12 o'clock.
Y'all do not want to watch us watch a live game. It's just not worth it. So it is a 1-point game though. OKC is at 15. Minnesota's at 16, 5-14 left in the first quarter. So
Minnesota's 6 for 12 with field goals. Free throws. Let's see. Oklahoma City 7 for 9. Minnesota has not been on the free throw line yet. Oklahoma City is in the bonus, and we just got another turnover with the dunk from Jalen Williams.
That wasn't a dunk. That was a layup.
That was a dunk. It wasn't like he did like a 360 like Kobe went between his legs.
He literally laid anyway.
That was a dunk.
All right, whatever. Again,
that was a dunk.
They're not here to watch us live watch this game. Brick. Told you.
Let me get that. Good rebound.
That's a foul. Boys, sit down. See, this is why. No, we need to finish the show, babe.
Let me get that. Thank you, sir.
All right.
No. I want you to watch because you tell me what this is. It looks like a dunk to me.
Okay, he did dunk it from the. I thought it was a layup. You're correct. He did dunk the ball. He did a 2-hand into the basket.
Yeah, they got.
All right. Anyways, we need to.
Yeah, we need to go ahead. Thank you, guys.
No, you said you were going to add on to the Thunder. You told me to finish my stats and stuff, and you were going to talk about the Thunder.
Oh, I did, didn't I? So bear with me for 1 second. I promise I will not be long. Just bear with me. Bear with me, because I was looking at this the other day. Actually, I think it was yesterday. I believe. Give me just a second, guys.
As my mother would say, we have TV paralysis. Nothing gets done when the TV is on.
Yeah, definitely. Oklahoma City did do some pretty good things in the community. They, let's see. Recent news.
Mm-hmm.
Denver.
It's not going to be on the front page anymore.
Hold on. I apologize, guys. So Oklahoma City Thunder did host the Shawnee Youth Basketball Camp on May the 13th.
Oh, yeah. We were discussing that last night.
And they also, on May the 13th, hosted the Kansas City Youth Basketball and Dance Camp. So they are definitely involved in the community. I just wanted to point that out. Thank you for your patience, guys. For those of you guys who want to watch the game like us, I hear you if you don't want to stick around much longer, but I do thank you for hanging out with us. Is there anything you want to add to this?
No, I didn't know if there was anything. I mean,
that was pretty much it.
No, I was just talking about this series that's going on now. What would it take for us to win this series and move on to the finals?
Honestly?
Yeah.
Keep playing defense.
I would only want anything but honesty from you.
Keep the defense going because they just had like 4 or 5 turnovers within the first quarter. Keep the defense going. You're not going to stop Anthony Edwards. He's an incredible scorer. Try to contain him as much as you can. Put a guy like SGA on him. Someone also who's good in terms of defensive IQ. I think Shea is a perfect example. He's hard to stop, especially at home. Speaking of SGA, I would try to watch Julius Randle. He's definitely a good scorer. He just hit a 3-pointer earlier in the first quarter. Keep the guys out of the paint, the strong guys out of the paint. Force turnovers. Play defense, force turnovers. Let the game come to you. Get them in foul trouble. You know what I mean? That tech hurt them. You know what I mean? Your best player ended up getting a technical foul. He gets another one. He's
I hate to say it, but I feel like Anthony Edwards is known for his techs.
He's cocky.
But
I'm just gonna call it what it is. I mean, he's a great player. Don't get me wrong. I like his game.
Back in the regular season, where we had Minnesota in Minnesota, then we played Minnesota at home, and then we played Minnesota again up there. It was like 3 back-to-back Minnesota games for some strange reason. I don't know who made the schedule, but one of those games, they said he was at like 40 some technicals for the season or something, and if he got like 1 or 2 X amount, many more, he was going to have to be suspended for X amount of games. Like, come on now.
I mean, I haven't heard anything like that.
That's what they said, and the numbers were I'm probably wrong on the numbers.
I mean, but I get where you're going with it. Though.
Yeah, they said that he was at X amount of technicals for the season. If he had X amount more, then he was going to be out for X amount of games. And it's at some point why are we not just playing basketball? Why are we out here playing?
Well, if you remember, Charles Barkley was
knockout.
Charles Barkley, and I love him like crazy, but Charles Barkley was known for very, very flagrant hard fouls. Karl Malone, great player that he was known for playing, with those elbows inside that paint. The point that I'm making is you're not wrong. Anthony Edwards is an exciting player to watch.
I mean, if we get him in foul trouble early, he has no choice but to sit down.
They're going to have to.
At that point, while yes, they do have other players such as Julius Randle, who's now back, such as what was the one guy I said?
I can't think of his name, but I know what you're talking about.
What was he? The Milk Dud Head? Was it that guy?
I think he was talking about the brother with the dreads.
Vaughn. I don't remember his name now, but him, I thought there was one that was a milk dud. He had a milk dud head. Anyways, but saying, they do have other great, babe, I want to go there.
Yeah, definitely.
They do have other great players. They're showing a park in Oklahoma City. It looks really cool. Mm-hmm. Anyways, they have other great players on the team. However, that guy right there with his hand up in the air. Reed.
He's not a milk dud head. He's got dreads.
Yeah, but that was a milk dud head too, I thought. Anyways.
Yeah, Reed is good on the inside.
Right. So there are other players.
Great rebounder.
That, if for some reason Julius Randle gets in foul trouble, if
Anthony
Edwards gets in foul trouble, if Julius Randle can't produce, then there's Donnie Boy. Then
Caruso.
We have, I think we can shut them down. I think that's what needs to happen. So
there you go.
If you were watching last week, we did make we were discussing we were discussing players who reminded us of Ninja Turtles. And we were discussing who would be the brains, who would be Donatello. And we kind of went back and forth. Who was it that said Caruso? Did I say Caruso?
No, it was me. I said either him or Hartenstein. You said Hartenstein.
Okay. I thought I meant
because he was
Caruso.
limping. Nope, you said Hartenstein.
Yeah, you're right. I said Hartenstein because he has the long arms like the staff.
Right.
Anyways, so
I was going on brains.
Right. So,
not saying that. Don't take that the wrong way. I'm not saying that against, but I know where you're going. But go ahead.
Yeah. So we were watching Sunny's game and they were talking about Caruso, and SGA said he is the brains.
Yeah,
he is
the way he plays. He's smart.
And I
said, see, I told you.
Caruso is definitely our Donnie boy.
He is Donatello.
He is definitely our Donnie boy.
Yep.
All right, guys. So that is going to do it for us here on Tornado Takeover. I know we kind of rambled for the last few minutes as we have been watching the Thunder. Chet Holmgren did miss both of his free throws. So it is still 19-17. Minnesota's on top with 2 minutes left to go in the first quarter. If you would like to watch the game, turn to ESPN or ESPN2 and you can watch it there.
Or watch it on the mobile app.
Or watch
if you're traveling or whatever.
If you're traveling and driving a car, do not watch it.
Or if there's someone who's with you, let them play by play.
Anyways, so that'll do it for us right here on Tornado Takeover. So we love you guys. Hope everyone has a great and amazing week.
Indeed.
We will see you guys back here. And Faye's laughing at my milk dud. All right, guys. We love you guys so much. Hope everyone has a great and blessed week. And we will see you guys back here next week for an all new episode of Radio Takeover. Right here on IE Sports Radio.
Correct, B.
For Planet Sports.
Peace.
Have a great week, guys.